When we first start into music, the key of C works really well for us because there's no sharps, no flats, nothing's too hard, except for maybe the F chord that we all struggle with. But as guitarists, our advantage actually lies in the key of E. Why is that? Well, 3 of our strings are pretty predominant in the key of E. We have 2 strings that are tuned right to E, and we have the 5th degree of our E major scale. And those notes can always be allowed to ring open for us. This makes E particularly powerful for us. And so if we just play our E major chord, and you notice I'm not using my index finger for it, this is giving me an advantage as I move to bar chords. So instead of trying to stay down in the cowboy chord area, I really want to be able to play up and down the fretboard. And so I can play my E major chord, I can jump up to an A chord, I can jump up to a B chord. They sound wonderful even if I'm not really playing the full components of that A and that B chord. What do I mean by that? Well, I'd like to have an A in the bass for the A, and I'd like to have a B in the bass for the B. But I can still get a very nice sounding chord without it. And if I want to make it a full bar chord, I can certainly do that too. And this is really the power of that E shape. It gets us introduced to the idea of movable shapes that we can move all over the fretboard and get all the chords we actually want. Now you might say to yourself, is this real? Is E really that powerful for us? Well, yeah, it kind of is. If I really want to make music in a simple way, E gives me an incredible set of advantages. With just one finger, there's an E note, and I can just play the bottom or top 3 strings if you want to call them that. Not that much effort in the key of E, and I'm making very wonderful sounds. And that's really what we want from our music, especially as guitarists. We want to make those beautiful sounds. Hope you found the key of E entrancing and that you start following up on it. You'll find it very rewarding.